is Sophia and welcome to another Sims 4 speed build. Today I'm renovating Pinecrest Apartments number 402 and I'm pretty sure it is in the Conifer Station neighbourhood of Evergreen Harbour, and this is going to end up being a 1-bedroom 1-bathroom apartment similar to the one last week because I am still obsessed with the Sims 4 Decor to the Max kit, and I couldn't help but use it again today. I used the same flooring and the same couch as last time just because I couldn't get over how well they work together, and I started and finished those two apartments within like 25 minutes of each other, so they're kind of similar. They have their similarities, but I feel like in the end they give off very different vibes, which makes me happy. I paired this couch this time with some chairs from Discover University, which I don't use very often because they seem very flat, but the colors work perfectly in here, and this apartment ends up being very, very yellow, which made me happy because yellow is one of my favorite colors. I love sunshine yellow, so I don't know, I really do enjoy this apartment. It's really cute. I'm probably going to use it for gameplay at some point just because I like it that much, but the sim I was imagining living here, I was imagining that they were an arts critic, because when I pulled out these base game paintings, I just sort of got the impression that the sim who lived here was into fine art, and I've built quite a few homes and apartments for painters, so I wanted to go for something a little bit different. So this sim is an arts critic, so I gave them a desk space in like the entryway, which is a little bit strange, but thanks to The Sims 4 being the way it is, we don't have burglars, so you won't have to worry about keeping your expensive PC close to the front door. But for now, we're decorating this bookcase here, and I just got some standard bookcase clutter on it. I love this bookcase. It is from the Moschino stuff pack. I would overuse it all the time, honestly, if I didn't stop myself, because it's really good, and I love the swatches. I wish there were more wood tones to it, but it's a really solid bookcase, and I use this Fireplace from Paranormal. I tried to add lots of different decorations on here because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do, but I did end up deciding to go with some candles from Spa Day, but they kept disappearing like a million times because I kept messing with the wallpapers in this apartment and it kept making them get deleted, so you may not see them, or you might see them pop in and out of the build, but they will be there in the screenshots at the end. But we have this little corridor kind of space here where I use this mirror from the new kit. Love this mirror, it is gorgeous. I wish there were less mirrors in the lineup just to make it a bit smaller because it is quite large, like many things in The Sims 4 are, but it's gorgeous and I'm going to use it all the time regardless of the size, so not a big deal. But I did use the armchairs from the Decor to the Max kit. Kits have such hard names to say, by the way. They're always mouthfuls. But I used a few of those armchairs, and I did use the tool mod to rotate some meditation stools from Spa Day to look like cushions. And they don't interfere with your Sims routing, the chairs are still fully functional, and they just look really good. But we have moved into the kitchen now, and I feel like I say this every single video, but this kitchen gave me a massive headache. I'm just not very good at kitchens, I've decided, because I always struggle with them. I struggle to make them match the rest of the home or the apartment. I should really start decorating kitchens first. I've said that before, but then when I go into build, I just always gravitate towards the living room, so not a very smart process, but I get there in the end. I use some base game counters and cabinets, and I wasn't aware that these counters had the swatch to them. And it's a really nice swatch. I feel like it goes well with Dream Home Decorator, and I use tons of Dream Home Decorator in this apartment, so it all worked out in the end. And in my playtesting, because this apartment is fully playtested, I did have to scooch this plant a little bit closer to those chopping boards so my sim could cook, but in the end this ends up being a fully functional kitchen and everything in this apartment works. But I'm just getting a few pieces of clutter in the kitchen, and then I think we'll be moving on to the dining space. The dining space and the kitchen and the office are all crammed into this one area of the apartment, and that little room off to the left hand side you can see there ends up being the one and only bathroom, which is tiny but fully functional, so I was very happy about it. But over here I ended up grabbing out some debug planks of wood to line where the tiling ends, because due to that diagonal wall there leading to the bathroom, this location in the apartment was an invalid intersection for a fence, and I wanted to place the low-lying fence from Get to Work, but I couldn't place it there, so I used those wooden beams to act as a trim or something. They don't interfere with routing, so it's fully functional, but it looks really cool, and it was just a handy way to get the upper hand when the game told me no. But this is where the dining space ends up being. Only 3 chairs here because it is a very small dining space, but I really do like it. I think it's so cute. I love those chairs from Dream Home Decorator. I swear Sims team is coming up with the hardest names to pronounce for their packs recently. Honestly, can't believe it. But anyways, we are doing the office space now, whereas there's this PC from City Living. I love this PC. I would use it all the time if I could, but it would get a little bit repetitive, and it is a bit more on the expensive side, honestly, so probably shouldn't use it all the time. I can't actually remember how much this apartment ends up costing. I feel like it might be around 60,000, but if I get that wrong, you can always check in my description box because I put all of the details of the build down there. If you ever have questions and I haven't clarified them in the video, check the description box. There's tons of stuff in there. But I'm back in the kitchen real quick to add some stuff on top of the fridge because I don't know about you, but my fridge, the top of my fridge is like a mini pantry. I put tons of stuff up there. It's mostly baskets and chips, but the idea is still the same. I put a lot more pretty decorations on top of this fridge though, but same concept. I just feel like it's realistic to put junk on top of fridges, and in The Sims 4 it doesn't have to be junk. It can be pretty pieces of clutter. But this is the entryway. As you can see, I use this painting from, I think Seasons. These are really nice pieces of artwork, but I feel like the swatches are very specific and kind of hard to use, so I don't use this painting as often as I would like to, but I use some of the modular pieces from Dream Home Decorator to act as built-in storage and a place to hang up your coats and your hats when you come in from the outside world. There's also some umbrellas here, and that umbrella stand is actually functional. I don't always try to make my umbrella stands accessible because I feel like they can just count as decoration, honestly, even though they're a gameplay object, but that one is accessible. But this is the one and only bathroom. It is tiny, as you can see, but it is fully functional. I playtested this, and there isn't too much room for your Sims to mess around in here, but it's a bathroom. Your Sims aren't going to be spending much meaningful time in here, honestly. I feel like you're not going to be taking too many screenshots in here, so it doesn't matter that it's tiny, in my opinion, but it is cute. I tried to make it look as nice as I could for the space available, but we are now moving on to the one and only bedroom, where I used this bed from Island Living, and I don't know why, but recently I've been really struggling with picking beds for builds and rooms. I just can't do it. I'm dying for a piece of DLC with a new bed. I just want a new one really bad. But I use a lot of the similar objects throughout the apartment in here. I wanted to use this gorgeous lamp from the Decor to the Max kit, but it blocked my Sims' access to that side of the bed, and because in last week's apartment only one side of the bed was accessible, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it again to you guys, so I ended up swapping it out with a lamp from Tiny Living, and I managed to keep the magazines I put on there because the Tiny Living lamp has a shelf sort of in it, so pretty similar but a little bit different, so your Sim could access that side of the bed. But there's also an easel in here, and I'll be grabbing out a piece of base game artwork that was just added to the game recently. It is gorgeous. It's by an actual artist. I don't know, that they commissioned to create this piece, and it is so pretty. I feel like I want to use it all the time. It's gorgeous. But over here I end up just getting a vanity table because I'm obsessed with them. I keep placing them down in my builds and I can't get enough of them. I didn't snap a chair to it this time, so if you want it functional, you'll have to put an actual chair there, but I liked how it looked with the armchair sort of separate. But we are coming up to the end of this video now, so I just wanted to say thank you for sticking around. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like or tell me a comment to tell me what you think, and if you want to see more content from me in future, hit the subscribe button. Hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!